Hello everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Christine Rodriguez, and I have a podcast called AstrologyNow podcast. So if you're interested in learning more about Vedic sidereal astrology, I do recommend checking out my podcast, AstrologyNow. And so for today's video, I do want to remind you that I use the Vedic system of astrology and I use the sidereal zodiac. So if you follow Western astrology and I pull up these charts, they're not going to make any sense. And if you follow the tropical zodiac, the signs are going to be wrong. So just keep in mind, I do follow sidereal Vedic astrology. So today I'm going to be talking about Yogakaraka planets. Yogakaraka planets are one of my favorite things to talk about. I think they're very fascinating. And how a Yogakaraka planet is formed is when one planet rules both a Kendra house, which are houses 1, 4, 7, and 10, and a Dharma house or triconal house, houses 1, 5, and 9. And so Kendra houses are powerhouses, essentially. They give us a lot of oomph to get things done, okay? Planets in the Kendra houses are going to give really prominent characteristics about one's personality. They're also going to give very prominent life events, okay? So those planets in the Kendra house, they're going to be pretty powerful. Now, Kendra houses are also generally seen as auspicious, but we always want to consider everything. Just because we have planets in a Kendra house doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be good, but they're traditionally seen as auspicious houses, okay? Now, the triconal houses or the Dharma houses are 1, 5, and 9. And the Dharma houses are wealth, prosperity, luck, wisdom, fortunate events, okay? They're very beneficial houses. The 9th house is the most mature of the Dharma houses. It's considered the Dharma house of the Dharma houses. And it often brings luck, prosperity, inclination towards philosophy, sometimes benefit from the father. It can show lineage, gurus or teachers, right? Really positive, lucky, fortunate house. And the 5th house, of course, is the house of Purva Punya, which literally has a connection to past life merit, okay? If you did something positive in a past life, you're reaping the rewards through 5th house matters in this life. Okay, so we have these really fortunate houses of the Dharma houses. So when one planet, rules a Kendra and a triconal, it kind of becomes like your MVP planet, okay? That planet's going to bring you a lot of benefit, a lot of reward. It's going to give you power one way or another. Now, what's interesting about the Yogakaraka planets is that not every rising sign has a Yogakaraka. So only 50% of them do, just about, at least in the school of thought that I follow. And those 6 are going to be Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, Taurus, Cancer, and Leo. If you're not one of those rising signs, I still recommend watching the rest of this video, because if you are learning how to read charts, you come across one of these ascendants, you can learn what their Yogakaraka planet is, find it in their chart, and learn a lot about this person. Okay, and so I do have charts pulled up where I'm going to show you how to find the Yogakaraka planet and then give you a little bit of insight into how that planet is acting for these charts. This video is not intended to give you full readings or to tell you what the Yogakaraka will do throughout the houses. I'm just trying to teach you how to find the Yogakaraka and what the Yogakaraka is, okay? So let's go ahead and look at some of these charts. So looking at this first one, we have David Beckham. And so David Beckham is a Taurus ascendant. We know that because number 2 is obviously in that first house. And the Yogakaraka planet is going to be Saturn, because Saturn rules his 10th house of career and his 9th house, his Dharma house, okay? So Saturn rules a Kendra and a triconal. So knowing where Saturn goes, we're going to learn a lot about where he prospers, where he finds luck, okay? And also the qualities of that planet is going to be prominent. So Saturn goes into his 2nd house of finances, his wealth. The money that he makes is going to be through hard work. It's going to be through discipline, right? Working hard. I can't imagine more disciplined people than athletes, right? So his Saturn is powerful. It's going to contribute to his finances through that hard work and discipline that he has to maintain in order to be an athlete. Second, we have Katy Perry. And so I've seen a few charts where Scorpio is her ascendant, but I personally believe that this is her chart with a Libra ascendant. And so by virtue of being a Libra ascendant, her Yogakaraka planet is also Saturn. And that's because Saturn rules her 4th house, which is a Kendra house, and her 5th house, which is the Purva Punya, right? The triconal house. And so Saturn rules both of these houses. So to learn more about her, to learn where she may be receiving these positive effects of her Yogakaraka planet, we want to find where it's located. And so Saturn is in her 1st house, exalted. Wow, what a powerful, powerful place for her Yogakaraka planet to be. So she's going to be reaping the benefits of discipline through her creativity, through that inner sense of security that allows her to make these profound creations, right? And now we have Obama. And so because Obama is a Capricorn rising, his Yogakaraka planet is going to be Venus. We know this because Venus rules his 10th house, right? Libra is in his 10th house, ruled by Venus. And Taurus is in his 5th house, ruled by Venus. So we have a Kendra house and a triconal ruled by the same planet. Venus is his Yogakaraka, and it's sitting in the 6th house of obstacles, opposition, right? It also has to do with overcoming opposition, our day-to-day life. It can be our coworkers, it can be our pets. With this Venusian energy, he's able to overcome his obstacles. He's able to defeat his enemies. And because it's Venus, he may utilize his charm and his beauty to do that. And of course, his intellect with that beautiful exalted moon, right? Billie Eilish is a Aquarius rising. By virtue of being Aquarius rising, her Yogakaraka is also going to be Venus because Venus rules the 4th house with Taurus and the 9th house with Libra. Venus is in her 10th house. So Venus in the 10th can already show a career in beauty, working with women. It could be performance, art, glamour, music, right? These Venusian qualities. Now, Venus is her Yogakaraka planet, and it's sitting with the planet Pluto. I like to use the outer planets. And so this shows someone who has a lot of power in their career, along with these Venusian qualities. She just won all of these awards in one go. Okay, this is how that Venus Yogakaraka planet is playing out for her in the house of career. Now we have Angelina Jolie, and because she is a Cancer ascendant, Mars is her Yogakaraka planet. Because Mars rules her 10th house, which is a Kendra, and it rules her 5th house, which is a Dharma or triconal. So to learn more about where she's going to receive these positive benefits of her Yogakaraka, we want to find Mars. It's sitting in her 9th house. The 9th house is already such a fortunate place for planets to be. So her Mars comes into her 9th with the moon, right, forming Chandramangala Yoga. And it's with Jupiter, okay? So she's receiving all of this positive energy from Mars that's bringing her luck, fortunate events, ability to overcome obstacles, maybe opportunities and wealth through her father, okay? Lastly, we have Donald Trump as our example for Leo ascendant. So Leo ascendant also has Mars as the Yogakaraka planet. Mars rules the 4th house, which is Scorpio, and the 9th house, which is Aries. Okay, so to learn more about where he's going to receive this power, we want to find Mars. It goes into his 1st house in the sign of Leo. This is powerful. Wow, having that planet that rules a triconal and a Kendra in the first house is a Kendra and a Dharma house in and of itself, right? It's the 1st house of self, and it's Mars. It's going to give him this incredible ability to overcome his obstacles. I mean, he is going to prevail, this chart is a powerful chart. Despite what your politics are, if you follow me anywhere, you can probably pick up what my politics are. But despite that, Donald Trump does have a powerful, powerful chart, okay? So I hope that this was helpful. I hope that now you understand how to find a Yogakaraka planet and how a Yogakaraka planet may act in your chart, keeping in mind these are all celebrities, right? And so when we're looking at celebrities' charts, we can pretty much assume that their planets are playing out well. And the other thing is that I really want to steer away from this idea of good and bad, right? Because our individual birth charts are set up literally to help our souls progress, right? They are given to us at birth as kind of a stepping stone on our spiritual path. So for whatever reason, we were given this birth chart and it's here to help us. So the idea of good, idea of bad, things may be easier. They may give us that ability to overcome obstacles. It may give us blessings. There may be challenges, right? Maybe obstacles. Being able to see our horoscope is going to help us foresee those obstacles and also point us in the direction of maybe where we're supposed to be working, where we're supposed to direct our energy, what we're supposed to be looking at. So I really encourage you not to look at your own chart and decide that something's good or bad. Okay. And also, of course, if you are learning astrology, I recommend going to someone who maybe has been studying astrology longer to help guide you, because we can get really tricked up in our own thoughts sometimes. Okay, but I hope that this was helpful for you. I hope that now you can assess you and your friend's chart or your whoever's chart and know where the Yogakaraka planet is. If you would like to schedule a reading with me, you can email me at astrologynowpodcast@gmail.com, and all of the other information that you should need is going to be listed in the descriptions below. Again, my name is Christine Rodriguez. Thank you so much.